Here we are again at the Suffolk Punch Trust, and with me I've got Emily. Now, Emily, you are
I'm a stud groom here at the trust.
How long have you been here?
Nearly 4 years now.
You must love horses.
I do, yes.
And our Suffolk Punch is really rather special to you?
They are very special to me. I just think they are beautiful and amazing. I'm very lucky to be allowed to work here and sort of help promote the breed and make sure that they carry on for future generations.
Now, we came about a year ago and did an interview before.
Yes.
And since then you've had...
We have one foal
You
on
have?
the ground already, yes. And another 4 due this year, so very exciting.
So why is it why is it so important to keep breeding them?
They're part of our history. Obviously they were part of all the farming and everything like that, so it's very important that we keep them going for future generations to show our history, and they are just such beautiful creatures, it would be a shame to lose them.
What's their lifespan generally?
As sort of better care, sort of same as humans, better sort of food and better medicine and care, they are starting to live a little bit longer. So Achilles, one of our stallions here on site, is now 20 years old this year, and ideally they live to a sort of 20, 25, depending obviously on other factors in their health.
So when you're looking at, say, a new colt that's just been born,
yes.
Which in fact, a gestation, sorry, let's get it right, of how long?
It's about 11 months, although it can run to 12 months.
So that one was, a year ago was...
Yes.
Now, do you actually just have your own stallions, or do you have other stallions come to breed?
We have other stallions stood at stud with us. So we've got one here who's just come to join us, new foal Maurice, who happens to be our new foal's father, who has come to stand at stud with us. So he belongs to somebody else, but he then stays with us and we do all of the coverings and things with him.
And I imagine that's the importance of not getting it, what I'm trying to think, what's the word, where they're all from the same stud, because you can't do that with horses any more than anyone else, can you?
No, so you want to make sure you keep the diversity of the breed, basically, so you're pulling them further and further apart from each other to make sure they're not interbreeding and things.
Right, so looking forward, you've just said a foal that's been born just recently. If you think about it, it's going to live 25 years. I mean, that is mind-blowing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So, but if you're continually breeding, you've got 4 each year. Where do they go?
So the fillies we tend to keep, and we'll keep them, and then they'll be, when they're sort of 4 or 5 years old, we'll then put them into our breeding program, so they'll then have foals of their own, so again, to keep that breed going. Our geldings, so we'll have a couple like Wren behind me, and Aspel, that we'll keep here on the stud to do demonstrations, to show what they would have done in history as well, and then to take them out showing. Depending on the colts, some we will keep ourselves to produce as stallions for us. Potentially they'll go to someone else's stallions, or they'll find a new home with somebody else, hopefully, to have another job.
And I hear that they're not just for pulling timber and ploughs, they actually are good for riding as well.
They are, yes. We have, most of our geldings are broken to ride, and they are lovely to ride. Take them out on hacks and things. Although they look very sort of slow, they actually can have a bit of speed and quite a bit of fun with them.
If we keep breeding them, surely you're increasing the numbers of Suffolks in the country, aren't you?
Yes, we are, yes. So we're probably about 350, but it is a slow process of building them up. Obviously, we don't want to flood the markets with hundreds of them and not have any homes for them, and then that would cause quite a lot of problems as well.
I mean, they really are when you look over the fence there, over the stable, they are huge, aren't they?
Yes, they are. But they are lovely and beautiful. So they are known as gentle giants. I mean, they all have their own temperaments and things, but they are very, very lovely. And
we better just remind people where the Suffolk Punch Trust is.
It is in Hollesley Bay. So we are part of the Hollesley Bay Colony Stud, is us. So.
In Suffolk, in England, because this will go worldwide. Thanks very much for chatting to us today.
You're very welcome.
Let's have another look at this. Look at that.